And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Washington Nationals. First pitch coming your way next. Almost ready to get underway. Our starter in this one, Mitchell Parker. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
And that is downstairs. 2-1. Swing and a foul out of play. The pitch. Off the mark there. And the count is filled up. In the air, out towards left center. Wood makes the catch, and there's one gone. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Swings and misses.
Got him.
Ruiz on to first. They get the out on Marte.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So,
oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And it is gone. His fourth home run of the season. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
sometimes we say it's a sinker that didn't sink. Well, that was a splitter that just didn't split. Kind of like a BP fastball. And when you throw that pitch, don't expect to get it back. You're getting a new baseball from the umpire.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. 2 outs. Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's towards center. Young settles underneath it. He's got it. And that is out number 3. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively. Back in Washington, D.C. And on the hill in this one, Merrill Kelly.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. And let's take a look at the lineup. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the 1 run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Got him swinging. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Batting third.
2 outs, base is empty. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Outside with a breaking ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one the other way. Suarez zips it to first, and that is that. Nationals go quietly. They trail here 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now here is Randall Grichuk. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in, and he's there with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now it's Josh Naylor. Out to short. Abrams tosses to first. One out in the second. Gabriel Moreno stands in now for the Diamondbacks.
Moreno.
That one ripped. And no one can get there. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily. Not in time. It's a double.
Comes through with the RBI. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer. And he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
One out. Runner at second. Geraldo Perdomo stands in now for the Diamondbacks. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it one-hops the wall. Moreno scores. And they lead by 3.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap. And when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
One out, runner at second. Jake McCarthy now at the plate. Line drive. Young makes the grab on the run.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Next offering is fouled back. Hit in the air, center field. Young sizes this one up, and that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Nationals nothing. Bottom of the inning. Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate.
Third baseman, Paul DeYoung.
Here's the 2-2. On the ground to the left. And it stays fair.
Batting fifth, second baseman.
And now it's Luis Garcia. The 1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
At the plate, James Wood.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but, you know, his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
Swings through that one for strike 2. On the ground to short, could be 2. Here's Marte for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. So 1 hit is all they get. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. It's the Diamondbacks 3 and the Nationals nothing. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. swing and a ball lined out towards center. He makes it down.
Now batting left fielder.
And it's Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Jr.
1 out, base is empty. And there's a ball.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
There's a swing and a drive. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The relay not going to get him. He's in there.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit.
Nice
line drive to the full
Dbacks,
side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. They extend their lead as the runner scores from second.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
1 out, runner at second. Next to hit, Randall Grichuk. And that drops in for a strike. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. And he's in there. A run comes in on the play.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Mitchell.
Pitching for the
Lucas
Nationals.
Sims takes over on
Number
the mound.
39.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here's Josh Naylor. Swinging a foul straight back. 1 out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And that's a base hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Two on, 1 out. Next up for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. 2 on, 1 out. And the sweeper misses for a ball.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Grounder might be 2. He flips it to second in time. And that's 2. So 2 runs in the inning, 4 hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We move on to the bottom of inning number. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a fair ball. Now he turns and heads for second. And he starts the bottom of the 3rd with a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play move. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. McCarthy trying to get there. Hauls it in for the out. So the Nats lineup turns over, and now it's Ahmed Rosario. Swing and a miss at a slider.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging.
Nice. Doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The
Now
one before
batting,
just
center
caught the zone. So as a hitter, you
Jacob
have to
Young.
protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
And it's fouled away. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. Nationals leave 1. It's 5-0. Start of the 4th,
Leading off
digging
for
in,
Arizona,
Geraldo Perdomo.
shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Outside, and a count 2-1.
Well, these Diamondbacks putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They were obviously able to run the starter out of the game in the 3rd, so they've set the table for a win, and now I'm sure they're thinking it's time to feast.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So the lineup flips over.
Right
Corbin
fielder,
Carroll
Corbin
stands
Carroll.
in now for the Diamondbacks. Runner on the go. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. So if they're looking to feast, are you saying they've already got a plate but are looking to go back for seconds?
Yeah, I'd say something like that.
Inside, and it's 2-2. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. To second, Abrams. Over to first, safe. Here's Ketel
Now
Marte.
batting, second baseman, Ketel Marte.
Runner on the move. Pitch inside. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
Man at second. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. 1 left for the Diamondbacks as they are unable to add to their. And we're back. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time
Third
a little
baseman,
anxious.
Paul DeYoung.
And here is Paul DeYoung. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Boog, he was shopping at the buckle right there, the way that slider made him look. That was just nasty.
Two down, base is empty. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a high fly ball right field. And the inning is over. Back here in Nationals
Leading off
Park.
for the
Here's the
Diamondbacks,
left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Here's a 1-1. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting,
Eugenio
third baseman,
Suarez, the next to hit.
Suarez.
That one missed.
You know, these D-backs digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know.
Ball.
They're not getting fooled up there at all.
3 balls, 1 strike.
The 3-1. Fought off foul. Gurriel gets his lead at first with nobody out. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Three, 2 on the way. And ball four, two aboard.
Take your base.
Well, we've seen this recipe cook up a big inning
Now batting,
plenty of
the
times.
designated
2 runners
hitter,
on,
Randall
nobody out,
Richard.
and they're in the heart of their order. It's just a great opportunity to put up a crooked number.
Now it gets away from Ruiz. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play. Two now. That's down and in.
Count.
Josh Naylor on deck for Arizona. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And that is a big first out. Next
Now
to hit
batting,
for
first
Arizona,
baseman,
Josh Naylor. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-1. Second and third, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next pitch inside, and now 3-1. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Full count.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. And that'll load the bases.
Now batting, catcher
So
Gabriel
bases
Moreno.
all loaded up. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Gabriel Moreno. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
2 strikes.
Oh my God, I'm so bad.
And he's down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the
Now
game.
batting,
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me, it just
Perdomo.
comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss, as you did right there.
Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. A 2-run double.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Now up next for Arizona, Jake McCarthy. On a line, base hit. 1 run is in. Now a long throw home. But it's offline. And they now lead by 9.
Now batting, right fielder.
Manager out of the
Corbin
dugout
Carroll.
now. And he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals.
Pitching for the
New pitcher
Nationals.
coming on, the veteran,
Number
Trevor
32.
Williams.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days
Williams.
rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And that is that. So it's 4 runs for him, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the D-backs 9 and the Nationals. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
off
check out
for
the latest news from
Nationals,
around the league.
Left fielder James Wood.
Out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and he reaches safely.
Now batting, shortstop.
So a man at first. Here's C.J. Abrams now. Too low, and it's ball 3.
Well, these Nats, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
McCarthy makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
So a man aboard, and now it's Keibert Ruiz. Gets the outside corner with that one.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
That's his second hit of the day. Coming home. The relay throw. Head first slide, and he's safe. It's 9-1.
Well, it certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll. He's there. He's got it. 2 down. So the batting order turns over, and next is the designated hitter, Ahmed Rosario. And it's fouled off. Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. They get a run on 2 hits. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
That one hammered center field. Young going back. Makes the catch up against the wall. Here's Gurriel.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. Check swing, and he went. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
Next offering is outside.
2 strikes.
And there's the
Count
ball.
it 3-2.
That one lifted to left. And there's 2 down. 2 out, space is empty. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Arizona, Eugenio Suarez. Check swing, but he went too far. And that is strike 2.
2 strikes.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Foul ball still a 1-2 count. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far.
Center fielder, Jacob Young.
Kelly winds and deals. Hit on the ground to short. Perdomo in plenty of time to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
The first
So he's doing a nice job of
Nathaniel
keeping the ball
Lowe.
out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Up now for Washington, Nathaniel Lowe. This to third, gets by him.
Now batting, third baseman.
Runner on at
Paul
first with one
DeYoung.
gone. Paul DeYoung digs in now. Ground ball, could be two. Off balance feet, there's one. And it's a double play to end the inning. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. We're through 6 full. It's the D-backs 9. And we go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the DH, Randall Grichuk. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now Josh Naylor. Liner caught it second.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but
next,
you will
for
get
the
some high
Diamondbacks,
fives. You know, when you make great
Gabriel
contact,
Moreno.
you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Wood. They got it for out number 2. Now it's the shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
Shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo.
2 outs. In the air, right field. Call makes the catch. And that is that. 1 left for Arizona, but they still hold a commanding 9-1 lead. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Luis Garcia.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Merrill Kelly gives way, and a nice effort out of him, no doubt. New arm coming on. We'll be back for that in a moment.
Pitching for
Joe
Arizona.
Mantiply gets the call from the pen. This is his
Joe
3rd time
Mantiply.
out this year. That's in there, and that's strike 2. Popped up. Mantiply makes the catch for the out. 1 away. Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
On the ground, right side. Marte throws to first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
Now
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Abrams.
Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Gurriel handles the chance, and that will end the inning. All set for the start of the inning. And now the center fielder, Jake McCarthy. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there. And that is a foul ball. McCarthy checks his swing, appeal to third, no swing. Gary Simmons with the call. This one lifted in the air, left field, and there's 1 away. This is Corbin Carroll.
Right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back. Up against the wall and brings it in. 2 down, base is empty. Ketel Marte will hit next. Next offering misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Wood squeezes it, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 8th, and now up for Washington, Keibert Ruiz. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound.
Pitching for
A new
Arizona.
arm into the game, the righty,
Number 9.
Shelby Miller.
And you know,
Shelby
bullpen
Miller.
guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Ball 2.
That misses the zone. Now 2-2.
2-2 to count.
And ring him up, says Patrick Johnson. That's a strikeout. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Naylor takes it to the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
batting,
So 2
designated
down now.
hitter,
And here is Ahmed Rosario. Out there to center. McCarthy on the move. And he makes the catch. And that ends the inning. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming
Left
schedule.
fielder Lourdes Gurriel Jr.
Outside.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. Wood puts it away for the out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Eugenio Suarez. Next pitch is outside. Base is empty, 1 away here at the top of the 9th. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock.
Now batting, designated hitter
Randall Grichuk now.
Grichuk.
Lifted in the air left field, pretty well struck. Drops into the glove, 2 away now.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Ball 2.
In the dirt.
We got 2 balls, 1 strike.
Two outs. And that one hammered. And a foul ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Young under this one. And that is that. Back in Washington, D.C., we head to the bottom of the 9th. Now the Diamondbacks manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen.
Pitching for
So out of the
Arizona,
pen for the Diamondbacks,
Number
Kendall
49.
Graveman.
Compared to some
Kendall
days, this is a
Graveman.
pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Moreno settles under it and makes the catch. And there's 1 down. So digging in, Nathaniel Lowe. Hard on the ground to first. Naylor takes it himself, and they're down to their last
Up
out.
next for the Nationals,
Paul
third
DeYoung
baseman.
digging in for the
Paul
Nationals.
DeYoung.
Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Touches down. That's a hit. Luis
batting.
Garcia now at the
Second
plate.
baseman, Luis Garcia.
And that's outside. 2-1. DeYoung leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Hit to right, and that should do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Diamondbacks take this one in a blowout.
Well, when you reel off 8 wins in a row, you're this close to double digits, and now all of a sudden it's a challenge within a challenge to get 2 more wins to get to 10. But there's definitely a high level of confidence that this team is playing at right now, and that's one of those things. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to disturb things.